Seriously, this is like, I don't even know, the 10th take on this one. I don't know what the deal is, man. Here we are today. For the last freaking time I'm going to film this. I don't care if I screw up. You guys are getting whatever I film here. FaceShifter by Skulkor. Let me just read to you a comment on my YouTube channel from someone named Ferry Van Wijnbergen. I don't know how to say it. Wijnbergen. Ferry says, "Hi Jeff, I'm really curious about FaceShifter by Skulkor. I cannot find any reviews of this trick. The trailer looks good. Looks a bit too good to be true." If you saw the trailer, I can see why someone might say it looks too good to be true, but it's not. Unbelievably, it's not. 4.5 stars, stone status of gem, all capitals, capital G, capital E, capital M, gem. Check this out. This is, now keep in mind that about an hour ago, I watched the 10-minute DVD that came with it. Took about 20 or so minutes to write the review, and then I've tried to film this review about 10 times. And so I have not had any time at all with this gimmick, hardly at all, just enough to see if it, passes the sniff test for the review. So what I'm about to show you is something that I can do after handling the gimmick for 10 minutes. And it's very visual. It's not a trick or anything, but it just kind of shows you what the gimmick can do. So imagine a situation where you've just handed a spectator one of two cards. You got a queen of spades and a six of diamonds. They're holding the queen of spades, and then you are holding one card openly. I'm just showing you the back of it in my palm, but it's just, you're holding the card, you're covering it, and then you're going to give them a quick peek of it, okay? So there's a little peek there. You can see that I've got the six, I got the six, but then suddenly I do not have the six. And then they look in their hand, they've got the six and I've got the queen. That's what this gimmick can do, and that's it. There is nothing else. I didn't ditch anything. There's nothing else. It's just this thing right here. Pretty powerful, pretty visual. And hopefully I didn't expose it while I was doing it, because I was trying to look through the viewfinder. But that's a very, very nice, clever gimmick that is basically self-working. Now, if you saw the trailer, you may have seen where they put it on a hard surface, and they did that. It doesn't work so well on a hard surface. Maybe my desk is just not the right surface or whatever. But it works great in your hand like that. It works great on a close-up pad. You could even do that in the spectator's hand, which is what the ad copy says. It says the card can even be in the spectator's hand when the switch happens. Now, as I mentioned a minute ago, you show the six and the queen, and you give one to them. You apparently give them the queen, but you really give them this, of course. Then you've got the gimmick that allows you to show that you have the queen, the six. Then it changes into the queen. So when they say you can put the card in their hand, I don't know if they're talking about this card, which is ungimmicked, or if they're talking about this card. So if you put the ungimmicked card in their hand, of course you can do that. It's like any two-card transpo. You just have to do it face down. If they're saying that visual thing I did a minute ago can happen in the spectator's hand, that's true if this is their hand, and then this is my hand, and then I can do what I just did a second ago. And they won't know. I mean, they won't feel anything weird. It'll look just fine. The only thing is they're a little bit too close to the gimmick at that point, in my opinion, and they might see the little thing there that kind of makes this work. So I don't know if I would do that. So I gave it a little bit of a ding on the ad copy for that. But what you saw me do in my hand is perfectly fine. I don't know exactly how natural it is, but if you don't mind that action that I just did, this is great. But on top of all that, this thing can be used for a lot of other things. It doesn't have to be a two-card transpo. They teach you on there a very super quick, remember the DVD's 10 minutes, and they teach you 4 tricks, and they show you how to troubleshoot the gimmick if it breaks, and they show you kind of how the gimmick works, all in 10 minutes. So there's not a lot there. But they teach you a version of, the old coin 3-fly, where you got 3 coins and they jump magically across to the other hand. They have a version with playing cards that you can do using this gimmick. It's very, very visual, very clever. There's a version of the biddle trick on there where you're showing 5 cards, and then suddenly one of them just, bam, it's gone out of nowhere. It just vanishes. There's a lot of things you can do with this gimmick. So And you know, the thing is, when you watch the DVD and you see how the gimmick works, I'm sure you'll immediately have ideas of what you can do with it. So even if you weren't a big fan of the 2-card transpo they taught, this is still a gimmick that's probably worth your attention because there's so many things you can do with it. So enough of that. It's pretty straightforward. It's very, very easy to do. Comes right out of the box, and comes ready right out of the box, I should say. And the other thing is, I almost exposed it. Maybe I even did. But in here, this little baggie is enough extra stuff to make more gimmicks. And so that's enough said about that. I told you, even if I screw up, you're getting this take. I don't care. So if you saw the gimmick, tough. Deal with it. I'm not taking another one. I'm tired of it. Anyway, make sure, if you're watching this, by the way, on YouTube, leave a comment down in the YouTube description or the comment section. If you're watching it over at magicreviewed.com, then post a comment at the bottom of the review there. I like to keep the threads going. I like to get people talking back and forth about their opinions of the effects and everything, what you thought of my review, if you think I'm crazy for the way I reviewed it, whatever. I just want to hear your comments. And finally, go over to our Facebook page. It's I'll put the link in the description because I honestly don't remember it. I think it's facebook.com/honest reviews. But I'll put a link in the description. It's also on magicreviewed.com. So go there, go to Twitter, go to Facebook, go to I have a Pinterest page. Go there. It's all, you can link to all that right off of magicreviewed.com. So let's move on to the moment we've been waiting for. Oh, sweet. Okay. Somebody that I used to know, but this is a different version. You're probably familiar with the one by Gautier. This is Walk Off the Earth. Alright, let's see if they get some vocals in here.
Now and then I think of when we were together.
Yeah, so Walk Off the Earth. These guys are really, really a cool band. I don't know if you're familiar with them. If you're not, man, check out their stuff on YouTube. What this particular one, if you watch the video, there's 5 of them, I think, 5 or 6 of them. They're all playing one guitar. They're each playing different parts of it. That sort of percussion sound you hear. I don't know if you can hear that.
Like when you say
That dude is playing the percussion. He's beating on the guitar, on the bass of the guitar. Then you got another person playing up on the neck, and then another person playing way up where you tune the strings. I don't know anything about guitars, but where you tune the strings, there's really tight strings up there. He's playing that part. All of them are on the one guitar, and you see that in the video. It's very, very cool. But these guys do some of the best cover songs you'll ever hear. They've covered tons of stuff, man. So check out their website and their YouTube channel. I'll put a link to it down in the description. Walk Off the Earth. Killer band. All right, guys. See you tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and over and out. Later.